is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com. Sports Grill on Bird Road, Miami Lakes, and their newest location in Doral is now hiring. If you're looking to join a great company and South Florida institution, give them a ring or drop an email. Sports Grill is hiring all kinds of positions from hostess to servers, bartenders, or join the kitchen staff to craft some great food for their amazing customers. Please send your resume to m.cruz@sportsgrillmiami.com or call 305-219-5726. That's 305-219-5726. Statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Caneswear. Go to Caneswear.com, where all orders over $99 get free shipping. Sloman's Total Home Security. Protect your home with the best in the business. 1-800-ALARM-ME for the company serving America for nearly 100 years. 1-800-ALARM-ME. Tommy B. Butts Junior Enterprises.com. Licensed roofing contractor. 100% financing is available. Go to Tommy B. Butts Junior Enterprises.com.
When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Well, it's hockey season somewhere, right? I mean, that's kind of the way we got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So might as well, throw the horn out there. Anyway, good morning. Welcome aboard to a Saturday edition of the program. Yes, once in a while we will do an extra show. Today we got an extra show. We're loaded, by the way, because Anthony Chang is going to join us at 11:30. We'll talk a little basketball with him. We got the finals tomorrow, so we'll have our liquor split matchup of the night. Marcel Louis-Jacques will be joining us at noon, and then we will have Alan Poupart joining us at 12:30. So it's actually an incredibly loaded Saturday, and we got a bunch of folks joining us, so we'll have some fun, and we'll rock and roll here on the show. Canes Regional, by the way, is set for 5 o'clock, barring weather and all that good stuff, which, I don't know, can Alarmo fix the weather for us, maybe? That would be nice. If he could fix the weather for us, maybe, move the clouds a little bit away for the boys to get it going. So Canisius and UM will be at 5 o'clock, barring the weather, and then Arizona and Ole Miss will go on 55 minutes after. So we've got that locally to talk about. I know we don't really talk about college baseball, but I do have to give them love. And just in case any of the people that are listening in the South Florida area that plan to go, make sure you keep up with the whole mess, okay? Because obviously it doesn't stop raining. You know what I mean? It's just brutal, dude. So it was. I was amazed yesterday. I had we hired a painting company to paint the house, because we got to paint the house before we do the landscaping and the wall and all that. And so it's like my house has been a war zone for a while now. So it was nice. Like, I got home and like the roof was clean and everything. Well, now the house needs painting now, because he's like, he pressured it so much that there's even paint falling off all over the place. So it's one of those. But it was just like, man, what a difference already just to start off with that. It's always nice, man. So looking forward to the changes to the home and all that good stuff. It's one of those where you pull into your house and you're not happy. I mean, how can you be happy when there's a big ass hole in your house? It's hard to be happy with any of that mess. But anyway, so we will get through it like life. We will get through it. And we appreciate all of you tuning in and supporting us and downloading the show. And please subscribe to the program, because a lot of people watch and they don't subscribe. You can subscribe also to our second YouTube channel, because if we have 12,600 right now subscribers on our YouTube channel, well, we were trying to get Big O Show Cuts up to 1,000. That way it gives us a live camera. So if you can, please subscribe to Big O Show Cuts. Go look for it. It's our second YouTube channel, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to grow. I mean, we're working hard, man. We're working hard every day to keep this thing alive and do it every day. So appreciate all of you out there, as always, for supporting the hell out of us. Hank says, good morning, Big O. Do you know what we got in return for Albert Wilson? Albert Wilson? Why would they get anything for Albert Wilson? I must be lost here. What happened? They didn't trade Albert Wilson. Didn't they cut him? Didn't they just not re-sign him? I thought his contract was up. I'm not sure. Hank, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. You got me a little confused, but I'm pretty sure Albert Wilson was a free agent. So I don't think there was anything that we got for that, to be honest with you. And I don't think you're going to get anything like compensatory wise or anything like that. So I doubt that very much. Here, let me see if I can find it here on Spotrac. This is a really weird request for Albert Wilson. I don't know where the hell. Let's see. Ah, Lordy. Yes. I'm pretty sure that we don't get anything, because I'm pretty sure he was a free agent. Unless I'm, completely wrong. He signed with the Chiefs. And that's it. Just a unrestricted free agent. That's it. Albert Wilson signed a 1-year contract with the Minnesota Vikings. That's all. Yeah, we don't get anything for him. Yeah, I thought so. He's a free agent. So no. He's a free agent. You can't, it's nothing. He's not going to sign. He has to sign like a big contract in order for you to lose a free agent. It has to be a free agent that moves on with a bigger deal somewhere else. Like, if you don't agree to a deal with Gesicki and he signs a big deal, because he would sign a big deal somewhere else, then that would depend whether you get a third or a fourth rounder in compensatory. You're not going to get the second that you spent on him, but you might get a third or a fourth rounder for him in compensatory. But a guy like Albert, you will not get anything for him, my brother. Jay is in. Good morning, Orlando and Sean. Loving my New York Yankees. Disappointed that they're not on 640. Really? I didn't know that. I had no idea. I mean, who the hell listens to 640? Happy Saturday, Big O. Thanks for giving me something to listen to while I'm stuck inside working on the house. Well, thank you, and be careful while you're working inside the house. Okay. So let's see. Devin says, "Good morning, Big O. Did you hear the Rich Eisen audio on Tua? Yeah, on that he likes a sour Tua or snappy Tua or whatever it was. Yeah, I saw it. It's cool. Frank Perez, Big O, which one of our running backs? He's one of those guys I will watch. Rich Eisen. Maybe I agree with a lot of his stuff, and maybe I disagree with some of his stuff, but I like Rich Eisen. Like, it's when you guys send me like baseless and the cow turd, that's the stuff that it's like, don't bother me with those clowns. It's just like, those are just professional trolls. You know what I mean? Eisen is not a troll. Eisen is a legit broadcaster, and so I like him. He's going to say what he says because that's what he believes in, not because he's trying to troll people and do all kinds of stuff. So, yes. Big O, which one of our running backs do you think will make a big impact this year? I think actually, Frank, I think you're missing the picture here. It's not going to be one guy. It's going to be multiple guys. And I think Chase and Mostert will actually have success with the Dolphins, both of them, because they're going to be. I think Alec Ingold is going to have success because they're going to use a plethora of guys. So I think multiple guys are going to have success. And remember, we're not in the bell cow mode anymore, and we don't have one of those guys. It's not Derrick Henry. There's only a couple of guys in the league that you would do that shit with. Outside of that, everybody else has got to be part of a committee. So I would here's where I would spin it with you, Frank. If it's just one back, that's a problem. Okay? You want to have multiple backs, and you want multiple backs having success. You want an offensive line that can block and be productive for everyone. That's the way I would look at it, to be quite honest with you. Okay? That's what I would want. You want them to be productive where they get everybody involved. To me, that's the important part. Okay? By the way, Nature Bee, a proud sponsor of our program, 27 vitamins and amino acids, 28 minerals, and powerful antioxidants. I tell you about Nature Bee. I've been telling you about Nature Bee for 20 years. And when we talk about plant pollen, all natural from clean, green New Zealand, it comes right from Mother Earth. It is not made in some lab somewhere, okay? And it's great for the kids, great for the adults. You're going to feel the energy every single day. You're going to boost your immune system, which is really, really important in today's virus-filled world. It supports great nutrition, sustained energy into the afternoon. Creaky bones and all that kind of stuff, joints, old sports injuries, maybe feel a little better, stronger nails, longer, fuller hair. There are so many benefits from it. Digestion. That's why I tell you, get Nature Bee. Go to the website, naturebee.com. Use my code Big O, and you will get free shipping at naturebee.com. So make sure you reach out there, naturebee.com. All right. What else do we have going on? Got the finals tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Boy, they are milking this shit, huh? Holy moly. 8 o'clock ABC. Had to wait a couple days for game 2. Did you guys see what the Marlins and I guess the Marlins and Budweiser, but I would imagine the Marlins are the ones that had to initiate all of this. So Sandy Alcantara ended up getting his 500th strikeout. And he ended up going to the park yesterday, which unfortunately they lost 15-6. But he went to the park yesterday, and he got there, and he had a throne made of Budweisers. So that was actually really, really cool. Let me share it with you here. Here we go. So here's Sandy, as you can see, in his throne of Budweisers, holding a bud and all that kind of stuff. And it says, after recording your 500 strikeout, Marlon Sandy Alcantara gets a gift, a beer throne. So there you go. You know, king of beers, I guess, king of the rotation. That is very cool to do something like that. Get a throne made and out of Budweiser. That's actually very, very cool. I mean, he deserves it. He is such a good player, man. He is a pleasure to watch every 5 days. He's a horse, man. He is a freaking horse. And for once, I am going to plead with Mr. Sherman. For once, can we have a Marlin player start and end his career here? The kids need it. It's the only way you start to build some kind of identity. You can't keep shipping guys off after a couple years because, yeah, you give them a $50 million deal and you give them one now because it's really affordable and you can lock them up. But when that deal's up, you're going to have to give him a fat-ass deal. Please, give it to him, okay? I'd like to see Marlins players actually, grow with the organization and get old. We're about to talk to Anthony Chang. He gets to watch, players stay with the Miami Heat for a long time. A lot of Heat fans have been able to watch Dwayne Wade get old. Alonzo Mourning played many, many years here. This is important. Bam is in a stretch. All of these kind of things. It's incredibly important to keep your talent around so your fans can identify and they can grow up with the guys. I think what the Panthers have done with Barkov, Huberdeau, and Ekblad is fantastic. Now, legacy-wise, they have to do more for themselves. But I think it's important that kids have been able to see Barkov there every single year and kind of get to identify those kids that like hockey. Well, the ones that like baseball, they need to grow up with Sandy every year, man. They need it. That needs to happen. You saw it with Dontrell Willis. When you have an ace, it becomes a draw. And Sandy is a draw. He's a pleasure to watch. So really cool stuff with that throne that they did for him. I thought that was actually awesome. All right. Let's get into a little basketball talk. Anthony Chang and our liquor split Miami Heat report. We do it every week here. We do it twice a week. All I've got to do now is find the intro.
Let's tap into the latest with the Miami Heat and our liquor split app Miami Heat reports with insider Anthony Chang. Liquor Split is Miami's own online liquor store. Download, then tap the app and get your favorite liquor delivered to you for just $2.99. No risk, no drinking and driving. Tap that app with Liquor Split. Here's Anthony Chang.
Thinking about that right now with all the rain going on, I want you out in the street. Okay, so if you need that extra bottle of rum, wine, whiskey, vodka, some beer, snacks, Liquor Split, man. Let them do it for a flat fee of $2.99. You don't need the headaches. You don't need to wipe out anywhere. You don't need to get wet. $2.99 saves you a lot of grief, man. So make sure you download the app right there, Miami's own liquor store, Liquor Split. All right. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. The off season is in full effect. How are you, Big O?
I'm doing good, bro. I mean, I can't complain. I wish the Heat was still playing. How shocked were you? Dude, like at the end of the third quarter, I was like, okay, they're up by 12 or whatever the hell it was. All right, Golden State's going to cruise to this one. And my brother, wow, mad props.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've never looked at Al Horford. Like, I always look at him as like a really good player, but a nice guy, not an edge. There's no edge to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that mother effer has hit some shots against Milwaukee, against Miami, And obviously, you saw what he did in game one. He has been a monster for them. This has been the postseason. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's at the end of his career,
I
and
think
it's
that's
like,
what it
dude,
is. Yeah.
yeah, like this is my last shot. But I've never seen him be this guy there, and I commend him, dude. I commend him.
Yeah.
He has been awesome, bro. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's always been a very good player, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think,
Riley loves him, by the way, from what all the talk,
yeah,
Riley has always loved that guy, I think.
I'm
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been a good player, consistent, smart. Defensively, he's still at his age. It's incredible what he can do defensively still. Very good defender, can shoot. What a pickup for Boston because he wasn't even playing last year with OKC. He wasn't even
Right.
playing. And
I know.
you know, now he's after one game, it's very early, but I mean, he could be finals MVP if he's playing like this. But yeah, I think it is something a kind of a case of he had never been to the finals before, reaching the end of his career. Who knows if he'll be back? He wants that championship, and you could tell.
Yeah. Oh, he'll be back if he wants to come back one more year. I think the
Oh
Celtics
no, he'll be
will
back. I'm
bring
saying
him back.
who knows how long
I'm
he'll be, he'll continue playing. But yeah, he'll be back. Oh, for sure. There's no doubt.
That decision's been made. The way you're
Yeah,
playing,
there's
dog.
no
Yeah,
doubt. Yeah.
they must love what they're seeing right
Yeah.
now. I mean, listen, we look at PJ, and at his age, the defense that he does at times, you're like amazed.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, man, defense is always been more about how much you want it more than anything else. I'm a strong believer that a lot of people can play defense.
Mhm.
Not a lot of people have the same skill set to be great offensively. That's different. But if you want to be a good defender, if you truly bear down, you will be a good defender. Because I think it's not that it's easier, it's just something that you can adapt to a lot faster than you could on offense. Offense, it just takes a certain skill set to be able to have
Yeah.
a sky hook or shoot like Steph does from 35 feet away effortlessly.
Right. Not everyone
You
can
know,
do that.
yeah, dude. Not everyone can do it, but everybody can play defense if you have the heart and the determination.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously some guys with physical limitations, like even a Tyler
Right, of
Hero,
course.
right? I mean,
Right.
you're always going to run into certain players like that. But yeah, a certain amount of effort and just studying the game. You've seen Tyler Hero improve defensively because of that. Those physical limitations aren't going away, but he knows the game better, knows guys' tendencies better, been in the Heat system. Guys will improve defensively. And the Heat have proved that for how long now, where guys who weren't known as great defenders come into the organization and they turn into solid defenders because of the way that he preach and emphasize defense.
Yeah. And to Tyler's credit, he's making an effort to improve.
Yeah.
Although there's a story out there, I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it with Katya Elise? Do you know about it? Huh?
That one.
Did you freeze on me there? Did you freeze on me there? You know about it?
I'm back. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah. Do you know about it?
That was on purpose. I froze on purpose. Yeah, I did see that, but not sure what's going on there. So yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, there is trouble in paradise. So Katya puts out, it appears there's issues. The latest bombshell dropped by Katya Elise Henry on the Heat star. Henry did not mince words, calling out Herro with a quote on cheating on her Instagram story, along with this hurts. If you cheat on someone that is willing to do anything for you, you actually cheated yourself out of true loyalty. So
yeah.
Yeah,
not sure. Not sure what's going on there. It could be, could be about anybody. So I'm not gonna assume.
Oh no,
anything,
sure. It could be about anyone.
It could be about anybody.
Could be about it. I mean, there's no way she's talking about Tyler. No, of course.
Right. Who knows?
So what happens with Tyler? Is Tyler
as far as the extension?
Is Tyler the future? Yeah. Is Tyler the trade piece?
I mean, I think it's to be determined. Yeah, I think it's to be determined. I think what we talked about earlier this week is a lot of that's out of the Heat's control. It depends on who becomes available in the trade market, right? Does Dame ask out? Does Donovan Mitchell ask for a trade? Then, I mean, Tyler is assuming you're not going to trade Bam or Jimmy at this point, or Kyle. Tyler is your most attractive trade chip. He is.
Right.
So if one of those guys becomes available, he would have to be included in that type of deal to get something like that done. But if
Yeah.
none of those guys become available, then he's going to be here, and they're going to offer him an extension. Probably won't be the max, and we'll see what happens with that. They have until mid-October, right before the season begins, to get a deal done, or he'll become a restricted free agent next offseason.
That's so what's your gut tell you? Because I know it's not like you're sitting in there with Patton and Spo and Chet and all these other guys. Was it Simon, right? Is the other guy?
Adam
What's his name?
Simon. Yeah, Simon.
Adam Simon. All these. You're not sitting there in that room discussing what do we do? You know what I mean? So, what's your gut tell you? Does Tyler stay here? Do they have the patience to wait? Because you think about it, the window's now.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you wait 2 years from now, you're not going to get the same Jimmy, and I don't even know what the hell Kyle's going to look like by then. At that point, I'm really interested to see how serious he takes this offseason and how he comes back. I'm really, really intrigued at that because he, but I'm just saying that's the catch-22.
Right.
You have to, in a way, if you're Riley and Spo, you have to say, well, our window's now. Can Tyler do what we need him to do next? Because you're not moving Bam. So for those, I'm disappointed in Bam too. But
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Right. He's like, no, but you can use him the way he is. He's fine. As long as the rest of the guys are doing what they're supposed to do, you don't require Bam to score 22 points, 25 points. So that's fine. That I can live with the thing. I've already crossed the threshold. Bam's never going to be that guy. So I'm fine already. I'm done with that. But you can't have Tyler and Bam. You can't have the two question marks. And one isn't a question mark anyways. One's not going to be the focal point of your offense. He's just going to be somebody you facilitate offense through, and that's Bam. But Tyler must be an impactful offensive player all the way to whatever you go into the playoffs. So you have to decide as a franchise, do we have what we need in order to win a championship next year? Are the young guys ready to go, or do we have to add another veteran piece to help put us over the top because we don't have that other alpha next to Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, I mean, that's the Heat challenge this offseason. You're trying to thread the needle, right? You're trying to win now because this is the window. Right. But you also are trying to keep some young pieces because you also need to be good after Jimmy Butler is not past his prime.
That's why I want to keep Caleb. That's why I want to keep Strus.
Right. It's hard. It's tough. It's like you want to have both, and you're trying to thread that needle. And look, Tyler's really, if you really think about it, he is the only 3-level scorer on this roster. He's the only one.
Yeah.
He was arguably the most reliable and consistent scorer on the team in the regular season.
Amen.
22 years old. So for me, the only way I'm considering trading him is if an all-star becomes available. An all-star that is better than him right now becomes available.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell, you consider it. Damian Lillard, you consider it. Bradley Beal, I guess you definitely consider it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what are the pieces.
I was talking with Ira. I was talking about Ira with this, and I don't know if I mentioned it with you earlier in the week. It bothers me that he doesn't want out of Washington, and it bothers me. I wonder, how are you wired? Because Washington is not going anywhere, and you should know that. There is no pressure. They're happy if you scored 25 or 30. You did your job, and even if they lost, hey, yay, Bradley Beal. So if you want to live that life that you have no expectations and no pressure, and you could just go out there and play basketball, then maybe you're not the player for the Miami Heat. And that's the only thing I keep worrying. I'm starting now to worry about Bradley Beal, because if you're content being with a loser organization that's going nowhere and has never gone anywhere, then maybe you're not the player that needs that, faces expectations and pressure. Like if you play in Miami, or you play in Los Angeles, or you play in certain areas, they're gonna demand that you be good. They're not doing that in Washington because you've never done it in so many decades now. There's no expectations.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's true.
shit,
That's a
the
very
last
good
time you
point.
get an impact, you were the Bullets, dude, and it was a
Right.
long ass time ago, you
Yeah.
know?
It's a matter of when is Bradley Beal going to reach that tipping point, right? Or does he reach that tipping point of,
That's my point.
that's the question, right? So
Like
yeah, I mean,
Mitch Richmond got to a point, and you're young, but
yeah,
Mitch Richmond was from Dillard, I believe.
right.
And he got drafted and he went to Sacramento. And he spent a large chunk of his career there carrying that team. And then eventually he had to get the hell out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And look, Dane Lillard at least has had success there. So I get it. Portland's been a good franchise in the past. They haven't won the title, but they've been a good franchise. So I kind of get that he sticks by them. But sticking to Washington, dude, I start to question your character, actually. Do you really want to win? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's kind of a catch-22, right, Anthony? Sometimes we bitch at the player that wants out, right, of a
Hmm.
bad situation.
Yeah,
And yeah,
good
you're a
point.
fan of that bad team and you're like pissed at the player or people are complaining, this, that. But hey, dude, the guy wants to win. Anthony Davis was a D-bag showing up with that. That's all, folks. I think it was,
Yeah,
right?
he
Or
wanted to win
some
a championship. He wanted to win a championship, and he got it.
and
Yeah,
he got it.
yeah.
And Shaq said, "Hey, Orlando is small
Small
town, and
market. Yeah,
I want a small market. I want to go. I want to go to LA." So we bitch about those guys, but at the same time, now you see that you kind of understand. You want those kind of guys that want to win too. They're going to get the money anyways, but if they also want the pressure, I kind of like that.
yeah. The point is, I mean, it's a very short list of who you're trading, realistic
Right.
realistic guys you're trading Tyler for. So if I had to predict of what it's gonna, I think Tyler will be here next season because odds are, that there isn't gonna be that guy. And if a guy does ask out, he will be competing for other teams. So I would say odds are that Tyler is back next season. And it's tough because the Heat have had this dilemma many times because they've been so good for so long. Do you run it back? Right? There's been times where they run it back and it works out. There's been other times you run it back, like in 2020, it didn't work out. Right? And
Right.
there's different layers to it. That was a short off season. Guys were hurt. Jimmy wasn't the same after a month and a half off season because of all the impacted schedule because of COVID. But that's the decision they're facing again this summer. Do they run it back? And they have a chance to. I mean, most 9 guys, if they exercise options, will be back. They have bird rights for Victor Oladipo. PJ has an option where even if he opts out, they could still give him a raise and bring him back. It's just going to be based on the appetite of the Heat of how many changes do we want to make. And I would argue, look, nothing's static. The Eastern Conference is going to be better. Kevin Durant and the Nets, who knows what happens with them? Milwaukee, if Chris Middleton's healthy, they might be in the finals right now. Eastern Conference is going to be better. But the Heat were one shot away from the finals. So if they just bring most of this team back, they're going to be a contender. It doesn't guarantee anything, but they'll be a championship
By the way,
contender.
it was a Jimmy Butler 3, which is not really a high percentage away from the finals.
Yeah, right. But at one shot, nonetheless, and injuries and, shooting awful, uncharacteristically awful from 3. And they were still one shot away from a team that might win the title. They're 3 wins away from
or a team that maxed out.
Yeah, or that. But
Yeah,
they could have maxed out in the finals though. They were so close that they could have been in the finals based on a couple, shots.
And I think I mentioned it to you and Ira. They got burned the last couple times that they brought things back. They came up short.
Yeah, they have. You're right. That's why. Yeah.
And so you're like, is this really the team you want to bring back? Is this athletic enough? Does it have enough of an alpha on it? Because you only have one right now.
Right.
Who is somebody else going to develop? Are you sure we're going to be better than Boston next year? Better than Brooklyn? Better than Milwaukee? Better than the Sixers next year?
Things change. Yeah. But I guess the question is, what change would you make, right, to the rotation? Because if Bam and Jimmy are coming back, you would like PJ to come back, I'm guessing. Yeah. Kyle's not going anywhere. Max Strus isn't going anywhere. We think Tyler will probably be back unless something unexpected happens. I mean, for the most part, give or take, maybe a Markieff Morris, change to the Markieff Morris roster spot or something like that, or Dwayne Dedmon. This is going to be a similar team. I would, again, you never count the Heat for something crazy to happen, but if everything goes as expected, I would say, there'll be a few changes on the edges, but everything points to most of this core being back next season.
You need to find out if Dwayne Wade is willing to be a double agent for us in Utah. That's what you need to find out, bro. I'm just
We'll
saying.
see. I think
just
we're going
saying.
to find out. Yeah.
Saying, maybe that's what it all is all about.
The end game, right?
The golden child returns with the Donovan Mitchell, so
Right.
it's kind of what we're hoping for. All right, what are you working on the Herald so folks can check you out, my friend?
Yeah, I put together a very comprehensive, detailed roster breakdown, just kind of player by player, what they accomplished this season, what they showed this season, and then kind of entering the offseason, what to look for as far as improvement. And for the guys who are going to be free agents or have extension, are eligible for extensions like Tyler Herro, what it's going to take to bring them back and kind of what their situation is entering the summer. So check that out. It has all the information you need to prepare you for the offseason.
Download the app, iOS or Android. Liquor Split, Miami's own liquor store. All I'm hearing is thunder here in the damn background. Do not go out there.
I was going to say it might be me because it's pouring right now.
Dude, I'm hearing just thunder constantly. It's like bad.
Yeah.
My dogs are I can hear my dogs barking and freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to go get some CBD oil for my little dog last night.
Just relaxing.
Because he's become a Doppler now. This started happening the last couple of weeks. He had not done this the first couple of years. He starts shaking, and sure enough, we know that there's a thunder system coming in.
Wow.
He's doggy Doppler now. I mean, it's amazing. So we got him the CBD, and that mellowed his ass out right away.
That's good.
So
it was a very rainy night, but hopefully in the next few hours it'll clear up a little bit.
I was worried about my little boy there. He was really, really nervous, man. I treat my dogs like they're my sons and daughters, bro. They're just too precious for us.
You got to.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. All right, my brother. We will catch up next week. Enjoy the weekend. Stay dry. And, if you need to order, order from Liquor Split right from home.
Liquor Split. Yep.
You got it. All right. You be good, baby. Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you.
You got it. Anthony Chang.
You're now tapped into the latest with the Miami Heat. This has been the Miami Heat Liquor Split Report with insider Anthony Chang. Download the Liquor Split app and enjoy your favorite drinks at wholesale prices. Delivered right to your door in minutes with a flat fee of $2.99. VIP lifestyle without the VIP prices. Tap that app with Liquor Split.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can also get Edge energy drink right there at Liquor Split, too. It's a great elixir. You get a little rum, you get a little vodka, the Grey Goose and Edge. Woo, doggy. Yeah. You don't even taste the vodka, okay? I mean, it's awesome. Edge has zero aftertaste. Zero, okay? Delicious, smooth, and zero aftertaste. Only 78 calories. The best energy drink on the damn planet. So delicious. Anyway, we had Leon Fresco says, new Big O weekly segment, the Kyle Lowry weigh-in. I like it. In fact, but in his case, I'd weigh him in every day of the season is what I would do. Really disappointed in that guy. I mean, he was prepared to be a talk show host, not an NBA basketball player, man. Sad, bro. Let's see. David says, Rangers showing grit, superior goaltending, youthful speed, and the spirit de Coach de School Tampa Bay so far. 9 goals against Vas in 2 games. The Panthers couldn't average 2 against him. And Vasilevsky, they the last couple of years, they've been scoring on Vasilevsky. And yeah, they choked out. Bro, the Panthers are they're soft. They're chokers. Until proven otherwise, that's what Barkov, Huberdeau, and Ekblad's what's it called? Their legacy is that they're soft and they're chokers, and they've accomplished nothing. Individual achievements, nothing on the team level. So I said it going into the playoffs. This is legacy moments for them, and they effed it up. And they continue to F it up. So it's up to them how they want to end their careers. They want to end their careers as, oh, yeah, talented guys. Well, what a soft bunch. They didn't accomplish jack. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. But you're going to look at Jovanovski, and you're going to look at Scroodlin and Mellenby and all those cats and Paul Laws. You're going to look at them and you're going to go, those are the guys I admire. They had half the skill of the Panthers, but they had 3 times the amount of balls. It all depends on what you want to live with, Barkov, Hubie, and Ekblad. If you guys are content making your money and not really being known as the guys, then that's fine. Then you'll never be Scott Mellenby. And that's a shame because Scott Mellenby had half your talent. Rosendo says, good morning, Big O Nation. I'm sure Tyler wants to start next season because he wants that max contract. Sure. Yep. Boy, he's got trouble with Katya. Oof. Wow. Mitch Richmond went to Boyd Anderson. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate you. I knew it was a Broward school. Boyd Anderson. He's so good, right? God, Mitch Richmond was a badass. Holy crap. What a bad mother jammer, bro. Hell of a player. My concern is that Tyler has a really good regular season stats, but he disappears in the playoffs. Well, and you wonder any of this Katya stuff, was it bothering him too? It's just now you've got, you married the IG model, and now the IG model is like airing your dirty laundry that you're cheating on her and all that. And it's like, remember what we talked about? And to his credit, he looked like he was way more focused this year. Now, sadly, he got the injury at the end, which then took him out of the playoffs and when they needed him most, which is not a good look for him. But crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. We'll see what happens with Tyler moving forward. If you want to get in on the Welton Rayom text line, 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. Follow us there as always. Let's see what we have here. I came across your page through Dudley. I listen sometimes every day. I trust your judgment, man. I agree. Our Dolphins may just be bust out this year. I've been a fan since 72. I'm a lifer for sure. I'm a little high, but could we maybe have just hired Bill Walsh? I can't wait for the season. We may bust out and be pretty damn good. Fins up, my sports rockin' friend. So a month and 6 years ago, you wore a UFO hat. Some dude called in and thought it was aliens. I knew better. Saw them about 15 years ago in Santa Fe. Freaking rocked. Be cool, brother. Hope to show up at Sports Grill gathering this year. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you listening. Thank you. I think I have the UFO hat somewhere around here. Yeah. He is right. He's got a good memory, by the way, because I do remember that I wore a UFO hat and somebody thought that it was about UFOs. 855-912-1056. That is awesome. If you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line. By the way, also, if you need a law office like Welt and Rayom, personal injury, criminal defense, business owner claims, property damage, homeowner property damage, I can tell you for a fact, really good for that. They take on those insurance companies. That's for damn sure. I was going to talk about this. You know what? Let's do this. We'll do this after we get Marcel Louis Jacques. Let's get a quick break in for the top of the hour real quick here because we're going to get Marcel Louis Jacques joining us in just a second. So we'll have a little fun with him. Let's give me a quick break here. I'll tell you, when I'm running it and it's not Sean, it is a different ball game, brother. It is a different ball game. It is definitely not nearly as smooth. For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
This is the Sloman's Home Security. This is the Sloman's Home Security Inside the Paint Show with Ira Winderman and Clay Ferraro. Check out Sloman Sports Grill on Bird Road, Miami Lakes, and their newest location in Doral is now hiring. If you're looking to join a great company and South Florida institution, give them a ring or drop an email. Sports Grill is hiring all kinds of positions from hostess to servers, bartenders, or join the kitchen staff to craft some great food for their amazing customers. Please send your resume to m.cruz@sportsgrillmiami.com or call 305-219-5726. That's 305-219-5726. Sports Grill. Good food, good drink, good friends.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys?
Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business, car key replacements, and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
There's no need to drive around
The Big O Radio Show is looking.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
When protecting your family is your priority, there's nothing more important than a roof above the people you love. Call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs, led by their highly crafted, skilled, and professional roof mechanics. All of their previous customers have an opportunity to enter their bi-weekly drawings to receive free an exterior impact metal door. Please call for more details. That's Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family. Time to get the edge on the Miami Dolphins with our Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins report. When you want the energy drink that's delicious and smooth with zero aftertaste, you can only order Edge Energy Drink at myedgedrink.com. That's myedgedrink.com. Here's ESPN Dolphin insider Marcel Louis-Jacques.
All righty. Oh, all righty. There we go. We await Marcel Louis-Jacques. He will be joining us any second now, and we'll have a little fun with him, and we'll talk a little Miami Dolphins with our Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins reports. And remember, go to myedgedrink.com. Get 10% off your order. Use our code Big O. 10% off. myedgedrink.com. All right. There you go. And thank you all out there for tuning in. As always, appreciate it. Those of you that send in the super chats or Cash App or Venmo, however it is you support us. And please visit our sponsors. You don't visit our sponsors, we don't survive. We cannot keep this program going. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Visit our sponsors. Without visiting our sponsors, we will not survive. Big O, are we going exclusively Bird Road this season? No, we're going to Doral. It'll be Doral. The Doral location is where we're going to be rocking and rolling, my brother. No Bird Road and no Miami Lakes this year. All Doral. Yeah, Doral. We said it last year that it was going to be in Doral. We were hoping towards the end of the year, it might have been, but with all the things that have happened with supply chain and all that, it has set them back big time. So they're hoping to be open now in the next couple months here in July, August, right before football season starts. Okay. GNS Lifting Equipment says, thank you for today's show. You are welcome, sir. We are awaiting Marcel Louis Jacques and get him on. Big O, this is the last week of OTAs. Yes, I think there is one more week of OTAs here coming up, and then they're off till the end of July, 20-something, when they report again. Now's when we get like the dead time. This is where now NFL coaches and front office executives freak out, because now for the next few weeks, players have time off. And it's a dangerous thing for some teams because they always end up, with some issue or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Give me a second here. Okay. All right. Marcel, by the way, is having issues, which, as you can well imagine, with all the thunder and the craziness going on, he lost power, internet, all that. So he's waiting to get his internet back. And when he does, then he'll chime in. We also could get Alan Poupart now instead. So we may end up getting Alan Poupart in overall, and we'll do, because Alan was set at 12:30. So I asked him if he's ready now. We can talk to Alan now, and then what we can do is, get Marcel at 12:30. Once he gets his internet going and gets everything going. Jaffrard says, good morning. Tried ordering Power B pollen, but they don't deliver in Puerto Rico. Going to have to find a friend in the U.S. Really? Wow. I'm going to ask. Okay. I'm going to ask about that. All right. Okay. Wow. All right. That's interesting. Okay. All right, let's see, what else do we have here. Big O, love the show. You and Omar go at it. I'm convinced he is not a Dolphins fan. Well, he's not. Your writers aren't really supposed to be fans. You guys, you have to separate things, okay? The writers don't have to be fans. And most of your writers aren't even from here. Omar happens to be. You know what I mean? But, most of your writers aren't going to be fans of the team. You guys are, you have to like separate. Like when you're watching a YouTuber, that's a fan doing a Dolphin show. Okay? A writer is a person that's supposed to be objective. They're not there to be fans. Okay? On my show, I'm openly telling you I love the Dolphins and I want the Dolphins to win. Now, if the Dolphins aren't doing something right, I'm going to tell you. Okay? So some of you have to like change the way you think. The writers aren't there to be your fans. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? For that, then watch your YouTubers, bro. If you just want, Dolphin positive and all that, then watch the YouTubers. But the writers aren't supposed to be fans. So it's a whole different ball game. So if any of you out there are waiting for Marcel Louis-Jacques to become a Dolphins fan, that's ridiculous. And if you're waiting for Omar or Armando Salguero or, any of the guys that are on the damn beat, and you're expecting them to act like they have pom-poms on and they're rooting for the team, that's not going to happen, man. It's the way it is. So, it's a ridiculous thing to think that your writer is supposed to be a fan. That's silly. That's what that is. It's silly. And it makes no sense whatsoever. They're there to report what goes on. They're there to call it like you see it. And that's it. That's the right way of doing things. Let's go to Marcel.
Time to get the edge on the Miami Dolphins with our Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins report. When you want the energy drink that's delicious and smooth with zero aftertaste, you can only order Edge Energy Drink at myedgedrink.com. That's myedgedrink.com. Here's the ESPN Dolphin insider Marcel Louis-Jacques.
There he is, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. It's spinning. No, we lost him. All right, we'll see if he connects again. He's having some issues there. So Marcel is trying to connect. It's the storm, man. And remember, he's closer to the water. So he might be feeling a little bit more, Rosendo says, prefer beat writers to be biased and not a fan. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. I always get that sometimes from fans everywhere. Well, he's not a fan. He's not supposed to be a fan. She's not supposed to be a fan. Michelle Kaufman's not supposed to be an Inter Miami fan. She's just supposed to write if they played well, if they made the right changes, if this was a good addition, if this was a good or a bad trade, if this was a good decision or a bad decision. That's what they're supposed to write. They're not there to be fans. Okay? And even on radio and doing shows like this, most of the hosts will try to be objective and not admit that they're kind of fans. I'm a little different. I will admit, I love the Dolphins and I love the Panthers and I love the Marlins and I love Inter Miami and everything, but it's not going to stop me from telling you that the Heat made this wrong move, that the Marlins should do this, that the Panthers did that. It's not going to stop me. I'm a Panthers fan, but I'm the first to tell you got to go out and trade for an alpha. I'm the first to tell you that the Panthers are soft and they're a disappointment. But I'm still a fan. So this stuff that, you got to be a fan. I mean, no, silly. Let's see. What else do we have here? I'm pretty sure Omar admits to not being a fan. He doesn't have to be a fan. Writers shouldn't be fans, actually, because most people, it's hard for them to be objective when they're fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a weirdo, but I understand what my job is. My job is to be objective. So I try to be objective. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be right. While being objective, I could be wrong about something. I could be wrong about a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, they're not there to be fans. And if you expect that, you're going to be disappointed over and over and over again. They are there to politicize everything like Big O. There you go. Exactly. There you go. That's what we're here for. To be Idiots like Paradise Found. That's what we do. Be morons like that guy. What else do we have going on besides? Oh, you see the 24th lawsuit will be filed tomorrow against Deshaun Watson. And as I said earlier in the week, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord the Dolphins did not go in that direction, because that moron, and listen, he is a sick individual. I don't care what anybody tells me. There's something wrong with that guy. And this would have been an absolute circus. And the Dolphins would have been clowned. I mean, listen, this is a terrible look for the NFL and for the Cleveland Browns. The fact that they allowed him to sign a contract is disgusting. You should wait till everything was done and then let him sign a contract. Because apparently there's more stuff going on. I just, and this also makes you look so desperate, the Browns. This, and I would say the same thing about the Dolphins. And I kind of was saying it leading up to it, that going after him is disgusting, that you're so desperate to win that you would possibly sign, or you would sign a possible rapist. That's how badly you want to win. That whether they can or cannot prove, but the fact that there are 24 women and probably more complaining about this guy, like, doesn't it get to you at one point like, there's something here? I mean, it can't be 24 women who, by the way, turned down money already. Because for some, I guess it wasn't just a cash grab. But we make it out like they're all there for a cash grab. I'm just glad that the Dolphins are not in the mix for this clown. Because it is such a disgusting look that you are so desperate to get a quarterback that you would sign this guy. So have at it, Cleveland. Go ahead. If you're a Browns fan, have fun. I hope you feel good about yourself, because I certainly would not feel good about the Dolphins having that guy there and all this stuff hanging over them. I would be tearing down Stephen Ross for this. I've said this over the years. I wonder why women follow football. Because the examples are endless for decades that they don't care. And when it comes to crimes versus females, it's like, it's nothing. So I'm glad, man, that they're not involved in this mess, because, wow, dude, it is just really bothersome, disgusting. Scummy is what it feels like for the league and for the Browns. It feels scummy. That's kind of the word I have for it. Big O, happy Saturday. Also, what you did yesterday with Tropical Storm, some special grilled wings, Obi-Wan, and some Big O show rerun segments. There you go. I like it. Big O, what's up with Jim Barry? Can you bring him on the show? Oh, I love Jim Barry. Why? What's wrong with Jim Barry? What did he do? Did he write something funny? Are you talking about? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Like Jim Barry, like on Channel 4? Is that who you're talking about? Because you put Barry. Are you? I'm a little confused. Which one are you talking about? Jim Barry, like Channel 4? Seriously? That's the guy? I forgot more about sports like 30 years ago than that guy would know. Why would I bring him on? He's a nice guy, great broadcaster, but Big O, one time I was sitting in the 400 level at Joe Robbie Stadium and wanted to take an elevator after the game. Security said, no fans in the elevator. I responded, I am not a fan. I hate the Dolphins. Some portion of Dolphin fans, which are notorious Tua haters and Brian Flores apologists who thought he was the next Don Shula, would sell their souls to morality to trade for a sexual predator. Well, apparently. Big O, 100 days to the Dolphin season. Yes, cannot wait. Yeah, Squeeze says, I'm super happy we didn't sell the ranch for Watson. Can you imagine giving up all those picks and that contract to that guy and have all these cases hanging over your head? That's just, it's gross. It's gross. It really is. To show that act of desperation, that's how badly you want to win, that you may sign a possible rapist. I think it's bothersome at every level, quite honestly. A Lenny Locksmith, baby. Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. You guys get locked out of your home, locked out of your car. Make sure you call A Lenny Locksmith right there. Go to alennylocksmith.com. By the way, they also program your car keys too, because some of them need programming. That's also something that they do for you all. Big O sitting at section 200 at Dolphins versus Bears. Our group can get you a ticket, LOL. We can tailgate and bring your sponsor there, LOL. Have their food and edge. It would be good, but, we got to be at Sports Grill to do it. Big O, I love the show. I hear it every day here or at work on podcast. I wish I could have an actual conversation with you about our Fins or just sports in general. Well, Yader Castro, my brother, I'm at Acura twice a month on Fridays. We're at Hialeah Park every Thursday. We travel, so there's plenty of opportunities where we go. You can't meet us at KSDT because, the offices aren't open like to the public unless you're a client. But we are making appearances all over the place. So I would love to meet you, man. Just come on by. I keep telling you guys, we should make Thursdays something over at Hialeah Park. The second level where I'm at in the poker room, there's all kinds of tables and chairs. You got the bar right there. Not that you have to have a drink that early in the morning, but if you want to have a beer or whatever, you can. You can order food. Lovely ladies there will take care of you. And they've got the poker right there. So if you want to play a little poker, you can listen to the show while you sit there with all the tables. You can ask questions, because I'm sure we can open up a third mic just in case any of you want to ask a question. You could do that. I'm telling you, it would be really cool to start making it a thing every Thursday at 10 o'clock, 10 to 1. Maybe it goes to 1:30. And we could go out there. We start making it something, and I can start creating it even more. You know what I'm saying? But great place for all of us to get together, talk sports, BS, all that, if you're not working, of course. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee today, sir? I have not watched one bit of that royalness. I am not into any of that. I have never been into any of that. I never will be into any of that. So, no. I will watch today a little baseball this afternoon. I'll watch a little Marlins today at 4:10. Pablo is pitching. What else will I watch? I don't know. I'll watch something with the wife tonight. Oh, what's it called? I have to watch. I have to rewatch the first 3 Star Wars with my wife, because she never saw the first 3. So I know we're going to be doing some of that this weekend and try to catch up with that, because the Obi-Wan that we're watching, there's some stuff there going on. I don't want to say anything, but you kind of got to know what went on in the first 3, and it kind of ties in. So we're kind of watching those 3 so she can continue watching Obi-Wan and kind of piece everything together. So there you go. doing a little bit of that. And that's it. Relaxing at home, man. Lots of staying at home this weekend. No reason to go out. Crappy weather out there. Just hang out with the wife and the dogs and we'll be good. It will be cool to have a random guest and just to see everyone different opinions to create more content. That's a great idea, Big O. Well, hey, Hialeah Park. I encourage you all to come on out. Every Thursday we're there. Money in the Bank. Every Thursday we're there, 10 to 1. It could be a great place where we all get together. And some of you that live here, of course, because some of you don't live in South Florida. But those of you that live in South Florida, it's a great way for all of us to meet each other and some of the folks you see on the chat boards and all that good stuff and exchanges on Twitter and all that. You can meet some of them. I mean, it's just something that we could create. I think it would be really, really cool. And it's a super comfortable area. We've got about 10 tables there with at least 3-4 chairs in each of those tables. So there's plenty of space, super comfortable, no smoking, by the way. So it's not like a casino where you walk in and it smells like smoke. It's a non-smoking casino. So if you want to smoke, you can go outside, not a problem. Enjoy your 420 and enjoy your cigarette, your cigar, whatever it is you want to do outside. So more than anything. So come on out and join us. It would be really, really cool. Vanguards of Manhood says, at the very least with Tua, there are no skeletons in the closet or sexual revelations waiting to go off. Yes, no, you got a great man. So all you got to do now is, help him, give him a team around him that he can go out there and kick some ass. And hopefully that's what he has now. I'm really excited for Tua, man. Really, really excited because I'm the nutbag that's fighting for him, and I guess fighting the people that don't think he can play or can't throw or whatever that crap. And I'm the one that keeps saying that until you get coaching and real talent around him, you're never going to see the quarterback you need. And I'm super excited for him mentally and emotionally. You can tell he's in a different place now. He can be himself. He's comfortable. And I think in every environment, I mean, if you're a tyrant at home with your kids, are your kids ever going to be comfortable to be themselves and open up to you? Or anything? No, of course not. So, you got to create an environment. So now you've created the environment. Now you've got to fix the talent. Hopefully you fix the talent in the scheme. You do that, I think the kid will do the rest. You'll be fine. But, we'll see. It's a beautiful thing, man. This season will answer all. And at least we'll have closure in that sense. And to me, that's important. Right, Alarmo? Closure. Big O, it doesn't concern you at all when Omar tells you he doesn't see the controlled offense we want starting to develop? No, not at all. No. I don't worry about that at all because I don't worry about May and June football. And they're not hitting. So, and the defense has all the advantage right now. Nothing's changed on special teams. Nothing's changed on defense. Most everybody is back. On offense, well, things have changed. Players have changed. The entire scheme has changed. The entire coaching staff has changed. So there's a hell of an adjustment going on offense that there isn't going on defense. So I can't expect them to be a well-oiled machine. A well-oiled machine is one that already had success in the NFL and then comes back the next season and they'll look sharp in practice. But an offense that hasn't played together, hasn't decided on what 5 guys are going to block, and you're not even hitting, so you're not giving the offensive linemen an advantage, okay? Because if the offensive linemen aren't hitting, there's no advantage. It's called a disadvantage. So, no, I'm not worried about what Omar says, okay? As much as I love Omar or Cameron or Marcel or Poupart or Joe Shad or any of the guys that we have on, I can disagree with them. Okay? Ira Winderman and I got nothing but love for Ira Winderman. He was completely nervous about the Brooklyn Nets all year long. Was I? Never. At no point. It's sports. There are opinions involved, and you're going to be wrong half the time. Be prepared. Okay? So, I think Omar will be wrong. Not that he'll ever admit that he's wrong, by the way. But I think he'll be wrong, and we'll see. Big O, I feel like the rookie we got from Georgia can be out punt returner and kick returner instead of Waddle or Hill. Are you talking about the linebacker? Tyndall? If you believe he's innocent, I've set up before I got a bunch of beachfront property for you in Arizona. Tell us what you think Cleveland thinks about Baker Mayfield. They already said it. They're willing to have a possible rapist instead of having Baker Mayfield. Look, the Baker Mayfield thing, I totally understand. Now, I was never a believer in Baker coming out of Oklahoma, so, that has to be there on the table. And I would not give him a big contract. Now, I would not trade for Watson and give him a guaranteed contract. I mean, the things that Cleveland did is what stupid, desperate teams do. Okay? So for any of you Browns fans out there, if you don't believe it, let me remind you again. What your Browns did, okay, is what stupid and desperate teams do. So a guy now that is facing 24 civil lawsuits, because 2 more have come up since you gave him that guaranteed deal. You're stupid enough to give a guaranteed contract to a guy that could possibly be a rapist. That to me makes 0 sense. Okay? 0 sense. That one I don't understand. But what can I tell you? All right. Let's get ready. Alan Poupar is ready with our Sports Grill Miami Dolphins report. All I've got to do now is actually find the open for the Sports Grill Miami Dolphins report because, of course, I'm not here. I mean, I'm here and Sean is not, and he's the man that does it all.
Sports Grill on Bird Road, Miami Lakes, and their newest location in Doral is now hiring. If you're looking to join a great company and South Florida institution, give them a ring or drop an email. Sports Grill is hiring all kinds of positions from hostess to servers, bartenders, or join the kitchen staff to craft some great food for their amazing customers. Please send your resume to m.cruz@sportsgrillmiami.com or call 305-219-5726. That's 305-219-5726. Sports Grill. Good food, good drink, good friends. Let's get ready to talk Dolphins football. It's the Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Report with Sports Illustrated's Alan Poupard. With locations throughout South Florida, Sports Grill is the home of the special grilled wings. Check out our sponsored locations in Miami on Bird Road and 114th and in Miami Lakes in the Royal Oaks Plaza. Here's Miami Dolphins insider Alan Poupard.
There he is. I figured it out, too, which is pretty good.
Good job, Big O. You figured it. Push the right button.
Yes, I'm trying, bro. I'm playing producer and host today. How you feeling on a beautiful Saturday? You dry out there?
No, I'm in Miami Lakes, very close to the Miami Lakes location of the Sports Grill, and it has been yucky all morning as I look out my window. It is actually not raining at the moment, but it's been raining all day. There's some puddles in the street. Just nasty stuff.
Yeah, I just had some nasty thunder about a half hour ago come through here, man. That was dogs were freaking out. I can hear them barking in the distance and all that stuff. All right, so this week, your thoughts on what you saw this week so far with the team, because obviously there's a lot of reaction up and down and everything, and reacting on one pass after another, which is kind of crazy. But go ahead.
Yeah, really, what happened? Did I miss something? No, and if you take away those 2 long completions, the much talked about long completions from Tua to Tyreek Hill, not a whole lot happening for the offense. And the practice Thursday featured the most 11-on-11 work I can recall in a long, long time for an offseason practice. Normally, there's a lot of position stuff, and they break up, and then they do 11-on-11. They go back to position. This one is once they start 11-on-11. I mean, they went a long time. The only thing they stopped for was Jason Sanders kicking 7 field goals, made all of them, including one from 53. But a whole lot of 11-on-11 work, and not a whole lot doing by the offense. A lot of check downs. There were. And it was, I would tell you, like in the 2 practices, I can't say that there was one quarterback who really shined. I mean, Tua had the 2 highlight plays, but outside of that, he was 7 for 11. I actually tracked every one of his throws. He was 7 for 11 both days. And on the day we had the 2 long completions, he also had 3 check downs. He had a little flare in the flat to Tyreek Hill. And then he had a nice 5-yard touchdown pass on a slant to Tyreek again. But outside of that, yeah, not strong work by the offense, if we're going to be honest, in terms of the passing game and what was accomplished.
Although I don't think this is one of those offenses that goes downfield a ton. It's kind of more working in a box and kind of moving you along the way and then suckering you into a deep play or 2. I think that's kind of what it is. It's really it's an offense where you're kind of allowing your weapons to go out and make some plays because you're trying to create mismatches out there the way he runs that offense. And so that's kind of the way they so I would imagine that's why you saw a lot of short stuff. I mean, that's kind of what it was.
But a lot of short stuff wasn't by design. It was like they were looking downfield, whether it be Tua, Teddy Bridgewater, or Skylar Thompson, and they couldn't find anything, and then they would check down late in the play. So it wasn't necessarily by design. But to your point, San Francisco led the NFL in YAC last year. In YAC average. So that's
too is
well, correct. Well, Tyreek Hill is not that bad. Because so far of the 4 practices I've seen, if you ask me like what's the biggest, most vivid impression I've gotten is, Jesus Christ, Tyreek Hill is fast. I mean, that's
everybody says that.
Well, I mean, that's the thing but the thing, you can see him in a game and now you have him like right in front of you at practice. I mean, it's like, I don't want to say he makes Jalen Waddle look slow, but he almost makes Jalen Waddle look slow. I mean, that guy's got some beeps on him like crazy. Here's the thing though. I want to, if you're not going to ask me, I'm going to bring it up. In fact,
go ahead. I eventually I'm sure I'm going to ask you, but go ahead.
Okay. Cause I just posted something I had written at the time when the Dolphins put out that video where Tua underthrew Tyreek Hill a little bit. Okay. First of all, the notion that Tua can complete a deep pass is so stupid. It's completely ridiculous. And that should have been, by the way, and I'm not.
You have a shitload of people that are convinced he can't throw a deep ball.
It's ridiculous. And I'm not breaking any news by saying I'm not necessarily.
He threw a 50-yarder. He threw a 50-yarder last year with fractured ribs and a fractured finger. Come on, dude. I mean, give me a break.
No, but to me, again, that question should have been answered. First of all, he wouldn't be in the NFL if he couldn't complete a 50-yard pass. Let's put number one. Number two, as a rookie, he threw a perfect pass to Jakeem Grant with like 55 yards downfield. Jakeem dropped it, but that's beside the point. It was a perfect pass. So that the question with arm strength and all that, and I don't know why, like I like Tua standing up for himself. That's great and make for a great soundbite and all that. But I don't know where he feels the need. The question about arm strength isn't so much about you can't complete a deep pass. Yes, he can complete a deep pass. There's no question about it. And it's not because he just hit one in practice that all of a sudden, yes, he can, or he underthrew one. No, he can't. That's ridiculous. The notion of arm strength is more with the play breaks down, he's scrambling. Can he get zip on the ball on the move when his feet aren't set? Can he zip it between defenders if the window's tight? Can he get it to the sideline on a line if there's a DB close by so where he can't jump it and intercept it? That's what the question of arm strength is, not the ability to throw a deep pass. The Dolphins are not going to live off of that anyway. And Tua, yes, absolutely, without question, is able to complete that pass if Tyreek Hill gets behind the defense the way he didn't practice.
Sure. Of course. Now, like anything, okay, because he's a shorter quarterback and he's not a 6'5" strapper, he is going to have to use the base of his body. Okay, so what he's going to need is a line that actually blocks, and he's going to need a running game that keeps those linebackers a little bit more honest. And then that will allow him at times to roll out and buy some time and be able to set and throw. But unfortunately, in the situation that he has been in, he's constantly pressured. People are on top of him. And so if you're on top of him, he's not the kind of quarterback that has the physicality that Ben Roethlisberger has. When you're draped on him, he's still throwing, a 30-yard rope. That's not him, dude.
No, correct. Him. But also, let's understand that last year the Dolphins saw what they had, and they tailored their passing game to like a lot of quick, short stuff because A, Tua was very good at it, and B, the offensive line wasn't great. Right. So, and for there were a lot of games they were successful with it. The problem is, can you make a living entirely off of that? No. At some point, something else needs to happen, and this is what we need to see.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And you're not convinced he can do those things?
No, I'm not convinced he can do those things. I'm not convinced he can. Bad weather is a concern, and then the big money games also is a concern. Those are things I haven't seen yet, and until I see it, I'm going to remain skeptical.
Okay. When we look at the offense, now we could talk about it now that Connor talked about it and playing center. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's permanent, or do you think it's still an experiment that could change by the time training camp and preseason rolls around?
Yeah, I would write it in pencil, not necessarily in pen. It's too early. There's plenty of time left. JC Treader is still lurking out there as a possibility that I would not eliminate until he signs with somebody else or he says I'm retiring. The latter I'm not expecting, but until he signs with somebody else, I would not dismiss that possibility. And again, this is OTAs, not the same as training camp. When the pads come on, it's a little bit of a different ball game. Obviously, preseason is a different ball game, regular season, and so forth. I think they're taking a look. Seeing what they have, what he can do, and whether it could be a fit if they decide to go that route.
Yeah, that's to me. I think also that I think it's an experiment still, because he hasn't snapped well, right? He hasn't been consistent on the snapping. He's had some issues, correct?
There was one high shotgun snap by a certain center during practice Wednesday.
Okay. All right. So, because I was told he had a couple of them actually. I didn't see a couple of them. I was told there were a couple that day. It was only the high one. There was another one also. Supposedly, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe you saw every one of them. So it wasn't not true.
I watched every single solitary 11-on-11 play. I saw one.
Okay. All right. Like 3 days ago is the one we're talking about. The first day, right?
Wednesday, yeah, correct. The first day.
Okay. All right. So I look at it as an experiment. So we got to start talking about left and right guard. So Hunt still looks like the right. What's it look like on the left side? If you could talk about it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think based on media reporting rules, well, we know Teron Armstead's going to be the left tackle.
Right.
So that would leave if Connor Williams has been working at center, as Mike McDaniel confirmed and as Connor Williams confirmed, right. Then that leaves at left guard Liam Eichenberg, possibly Dieter going back to guard, even though I don't know how likely that would be, or perhaps Solomon Kindley.
Omar said that he did not lose weight. He did not, huh? Wow.
There was one play where he was out in space, and
somebody was reporting a couple months ago that he was working on his weight loss and all that kind of stuff. And I said, "Oh, smart, because in this scheme, you got to be able to move some."
I did not see great. I did not see great movement that one play. I noticed him one play. He was out in space, and the movement, it was like, woof. Yeah.
What a shame, dude. He's going to eat his way out of the damn league. He's got ability. You can tell he has ability. Like, you can see that the kid can move. He has athleticism. Damn, bro. Wow.
Or he needs to
I forgot which one of you guys wrote a story about him losing weight. and that he was working on it. What a shame. So
it wasn't me. It wasn't me who wrote that story. It may be that he needs to play on a team with the power scheme where he remains in a booth, because I think if he has to go out in space, he's gonna have problems.
That's it. You're right. That's probably what he's a mauler, and you can't have him in he has to play in that phone booth like you said.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably who he is, because he's going to struggle with the weight, and you've got to be a lighter lineman on this one. All right. There's really nothing that you're going to tell me on the lines, because there isn't pads and they're not really hitting. So on the perimeter outside of Tyreek Hill, what else has stood out to you, corner or wide receiver?
I would tell you that, not like he's gotten a pick or anything like that, I like Noah's body language, his demeanor, the way he's moving. Looks to me, judging from the bleachers where I'm watching practice, and might be completely stupid to say, but he looks to me like a guy who's more sure of what he's doing than in the past, where he looked a little bit lost. And I know if fans are going to dump on him because he was on the bad end of the one highlight the Dolphins put out there on Thursday where he got beat long by Tyreek Hill, understand that he was covering him one-on-one on the outside. Good luck to any quarterback in the NFL doing that. Correct.
No one's going to do that.
Correct. So, but
it's just and dude, it's the same shit with Stephon Diggs. You're effing threw the kid out there as a rookie against one of the 5 best route runners in the NFL. He's not just a receiver. Correct. He is one of the most elite route runners there is in the NFL. You got to really know that guy in order to cover him. You got to be an elite corner that has been in the league forever and has seen everything, and you have to study him the right way. That dude is special when it comes to running routes and getting open. And, you know, we roast that kid when, you know, that's just unfair. That's like, you know, that's like throwing me in the ring with Tyson Fury and saying, all right, have at it. Let's go. Let's see what you can do with the big guy. And it's like, what? You know, come on. And that's, you know, I think we've been completely unfair with that kid. I really do.
Yeah, that was his second NFL game, if you remember, too. So, I mean, that was tough. But I'm telling you, I don't want to get overly excited. It's June again. But from where I sit, I think I'm allowing myself to be optimistic that maybe he could be the guy who grabs that 4th cornerback spot.
That'll be cool. Cool. I mean, the best thing that could happen this season is that Jones or X has to go out for a week or two with a little bit of an ankle injury, whatever. The kid steps in and plays lights out, and then people could start to feel good and say, oh, okay, this is what they saw in him. Okay, fine. And that's what and I just say a game because you really want Jones and X to be out there the whole damn year, obviously, because those are your elite corners. But yeah, you want to see him get that opportunity, and it's good for him too. He needs to have a little personal success also, because that's going to help his confidence, and that'll be amazing. So that's nice to hear that that Noah looks like, at least right now, that mentally and physically he looks like at least he knows what he's doing out there, which is cool.
Correct. No, he doesn't look overmatched whereas he did before in practice. And the other thing too that helps is that he's getting a lot of reps because Byron Jones isn't practicing because he's recovering surgery, and X is not doing team drills.
Right.
So
he's getting a lot of reps. You don't need those guys there anyways. No. Let him relax. It's like Teron Armstead. Like, dude, go rap. Go relax, bro. Go take it easy. We'll see you later, bro. Training camp. That's why you think the Treader thing is still alive, huh? You think there's a chance, huh?
I certainly wouldn't dismiss it. I mean, they have the cap space. Yeah. If they come to decide either Connor's not good enough at center or we don't like the options at left guard, makes perfect sense. I mean, it's not like they're not playing to win big in 2022. So I certainly could see them revisiting.
Treader, Connor, and Armstead. Wow.
Becomes your left side then.
Wow, that's like that would be, and for Tua to have a veteran, experienced, proven center.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord, that is gold for that young man to have something like that, something he hasn't had He hasn't had a center that is like one of the best in the league and knows everything that's coming. And the second he lines up, he already knows, changes the coverages, helps Tua. I mean, you hear the stories of Stevenson with Marino, and it's it's like, he's blocking one guy, and then with the left hand, he gets another one. He just jams it in some guy's chest and puts him on his ass and buys Dan that other half second to find Clayton downfield. And it's like he never got the credit for the pass. It's just Marino getting all the glory and Clayton or Duper, and there's the center. So for me, we've seen it before. It's been a long time, but if that kid can get a great center there, Treader would be awesome.
Pouncey was very good too, but since Pouncey, it's been like one after the other.
Yeah. Pouncey was a good pick. Yeah. Sadly, Pouncey had all the injury history, and that's the only thing. But he was a hell of a player. There's no doubt about that. All right, what are you working on, Sports Illustrated, my friend, so folks can check you out?
It's the weekend, so it's the mailbag. Gonna have one today, got one tomorrow. Very good questions all over the place, different topics. So encourage, and there'll be probably another story or two at both days. So si.com/NFL/Dolphins or alldolphins.com.
There you go. And follow him on Twitter at PoopArtNFL and subscribe to the Sports Illustrated page of the Dolphins. Thank you, sir. We'll catch up next week.
Stay dry, my friend.
There you go. You too, my friend. Stay safe. L'Expose.
This has been the Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Insider Report with Alan Poupart, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and never miss a report. Search Big O Radio Show on most platforms. Visit Sports Grill in our sponsored locations in Miami on Bird Road and 114th and in Miami Lakes in the Royal Oaks Plaza.
And we thank Alan Poupart there, as always, getting it done for us, just like KSDT CPAs. Yeah, baby. All right, what else do we have here? By the way, Big O, why has Joe Shad been absent on your show? Juan, I guess you don't listen much. We've explained it a couple of times already. Joe has a personal issue. He has stepped away. Obviously, you don't read the Palm Beach Post either, because he hasn't written an article. So he is not covering the Dolphins at the moment. He is taking some time away to address a personal issue. Once he has been able to overcome the personal issue and gets back on track, we will then add him back to our family. But for now, we stand by Joe. We give him his space, his privacy that he deserves, and we will see him down the line. Okay? So that's all I can say. That's all I'm going to say, because it's not my place to say anything else. All right? So it's not anything else but that. Pretty simple. Let's see. Poupart with that the best hat in the game. Yeah, that Expos hat is sweet. Eating your way out of the league, not what the Dolphins need. No, I know, but God, Solomon Kinley has talent, man. You can tell there's ability there. Like, come on, dude. You haven't had look, Kyle Lowry made his money. So if he wants to eat his way out of the league, then so be it, dude. That's fine. That's who you want to be. Then that's great. Oh, there we go. Then that's great. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. So that's fine if that's what you want to be. You want to be that, then go ahead. You can eat your way out of the league. You're set. You made your money. You won your title. You came down here with your best friend. You want to steal money, then go ahead and steal money, man. Knock yourself out. But if you're Solomon Kinley, you haven't made your money. You haven't proven anything. You need to win a starting job. There's a lot of competition now for that guard spot. Really, it's one guard spot, right? Because Robert Hunt is probably your right guard. So if you figure Connor really is going to stay at center, then you've got a shot at left guard. So if you got a shot at left guard, dude, lose weight. What a shame. I forgot which one of the writers wrote some story about Solomon Kinley working on losing his weight. Not that the writer is wrong or anything. That's what Solomon Kinley's telling him. That's what he's going to write. So it has nothing to do with the writer. That's not even important. You know what I mean? But I remember reading the article and I was happy for him because I knew that this scheme would require you to be a little bit more mobile. And to hear that he hasn't lost weight, Omar said it, and now Poupart, what a shame, dude. That's an embarrassment. It really is. Let's see. If you want to get in on the Welt and Realm text line, that is really simple. All right. 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in on the Welt and Realm text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. Follow us there as always. Let's see. What else do we have here? We have our liquor split matchup of the night.
It's time to tap that app. And no one loves to tap that app like the Big O. Here's the liquor split matchup of the night.
All right, it is time for our liquor split matchup of the night. And it'll be tomorrow night. And it'll be the NBA Finals. We're not going to be on tomorrow, so we're going to do our liquor split matchup of the night right now. Warriors are favored by 4. The over and under is 215.5. It is plus 160 on the money line for the Celtics, and the Warriors are minus 190. Folks, I think the Warriors are going to come out breathing fire for this game. They have no choice but to win this game. If they don't win this game, not a good look for them. They don't want to go down 0-2 going to Boston, right? So this is a must-win. I'm going to lay the 4. They were winning by 12 going into the fourth quarter, and then Boston had one hell of a fourth quarter. I am counting on the Warriors to answer the bell. Not only that, the 215.5, I'm going to go over. So I've got 2 picks here in my liquor split matchup of the night, which, by the way, if you've been following the last month, you may want to go opposite. Costanza, whatever it is. I don't know. You do what you want. You invest. You know. But I just got a feeling that the Warriors are going to end up bouncing back on this one and getting it done. I think not just – I thought that when they put Steph on the bench, even early on in that game, you kind of took him out of his groove. If tomorrow night he's in the same kind of groove, milk it, dude. You got to win 4 games. He can rest in the offseason. But when Steph is that hot, let him build up the lead, dude. Let him build up the lead. So I'm going Warriors minus 4, and I'm going over 215.5 in our liquor split matchup of the night.
The matchup of the night is brought to you by Liquor Split, Miami's own online liquor store. Liquor Split. Download then tap that app and get your favorite liquor delivered to you for just $2.99. No risk, no drinking and driving. Tap that app with Liquor Split.
Yes, sir. Tap that app with Liquor Split, and you are going to love it. And by the way, with all this rain out there, you don't need to go out on the road. Stay home. Okay? Order that beer. Order that wine. You got your special someone hanging out with you? Order that bottle of wine on Liquor Split, Miami's own liquor store. Download the app, iOS or Android. Thanks, Big O. I recently saw some tweets from him, so I thought he was covering the Fins. It's good to catch you live so people can ask questions. Thanks again. Yeah, we just we're here for him, man. You know, I got nothing but love for Joe. I've known him for 20 years. And so just let's give him his space. That's all. And once everything's kosher, then we'll get him back on the horse and we'll get him going, man. Eat your complex carbs before practice. No carbs the rest of the day. Weight would be falling off. I certainly need it. Liquor split. Sounds like a nice liquor milkshake. Ah, but my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That's right. That's right. By the way, did you guys see? Okay. Did you guys see Paige Sporanic? Now, I'm going to share the screen with you. Paige Sporanic is the hottest golfer on the planet. Okay. So she went viral because she put a video out of her, how she makes her milkshakes. Now, I'm not going to put the volume up because she's got the song from Keyless on My Milkshakes Bringing All the Boys to the Yard, and I know YouTube is going to tag us. But I figured you guys need to see this because I saw it, and it's entertaining.
The PGA Tour is
So, let's do this. So there is Paige Sporanic, and so she wants to show you how she makes a milkshake because all the boys go to the yard for her milkshake. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make sure I do this right. There we go. So Paige Sporanic, very popular golfer. And notice how she's, this is how you properly dress when you make a milkshake. And so there's Paige, right, making her milkshake and showing you and playing Keyless the entire time. There you go. Milkshake and all, boys and girls. Ready to go. Can't do it without any whipped cream. Boom. There you go. Paige Sporanic. Yeah, her milkshake will bring all the boys to the yard. Every one of them. How about that? See how prepared we are on this show? You bring up milkshakes, and I have a response for milkshakes. That's preparation, okay? You guys out there need to appreciate exceptional preparation on all shows here, okay? I'm working hard on a Saturday to bring and facilitate entertainment for all of you out there. Big O, what do you think of starting five next season of Mitchell, Turner, Jimmy, Bam, Strus? Jimmy would have an elite scorer to help him. Bam can go to the floor and dominate. Turner at center. Look, dude, I'd love to see them make a move. Your window is short. And here's the thing about this window for the Miami Heat. And here's where I'm going to solve everything why you've got to make a trade. Are you ready for me? Are you ready for me? The future ain't going to get you a championship. If I told you right now, Bam and Jimmy, what's it called? Lowry are done and PJ's done. Okay, so now Bam and Tyler take over as your franchise guys. Where are you going? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing. Appreciate you showing up. Here's your consolation prize. You get my drift? So your young guys haven't shown you to be Dwayne Wade. Correct? So nobody has shown you to be D Wade. So guess what you have to do? You have to trade for somebody. And you better go get Donovan Mitchell. You better go get Bradley Beal. You better go get a stud because you don't have one. Oh, and by the way, you may need to lean on that stud after Jimmy's done. Because the guys you have are good, but they're complimentary. They're not franchise. We already found out Bam's not franchise, but you're paying him that way. So Tyler's a six-man, not franchise. So what are you going to do? This is why a trade must be made. Let's just be honest. You want me to sit here and wave the pom-poms? I'm not doing that. I love the Heat. But those players that they have, the young guys, they're not the guys that are going to lead you to a title. They're complimentary guys. They don't have Jimmy's cojones. So go find somebody that's got cojones. Trade them. She had 2 nice scoops there. Yeah, oh, she's a complete scoopage. She's a smoke show of all smoke shows. She's gorgeous. Very pretty woman. Never seen. She must be at the top of the leaderboards like Brooke Henderson, Canada, winning. Wherever she's at on the leaderboard, does it matter? Just watch. That's all. Just watch. I mean, all you got to do is follow her Twitter feeds and Instagram, and that alone is entertainment in itself. Put it that way. Big O, was the first album you bought with your own money? Oh, dude, it had to be a K-Tel album. Yeah, it wasn't like, I remember buying Miss You from the Stones. I remember buying Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's what is it, Gratitude or whatever, and the one with That's the Way of the World. I remember buying those albums, but I'm pretty sure the first album I ever bought was a K-Tel album, because you're so young, right? And the commercials are running. I'm sorry. For a lot of you out there that are under 40, 45, you have no idea what a K-Tel album is. Yeah. If you're under 40, you have no idea what a K-Tel album is. So K-Tel used to come out as a company that they would have a compilation of music, all the big hits at that moment, that year, all that, and they would put it together and they'd sell that album. And it would come out. There would be a new K-Tel album every year with all kinds of songs. I'm pretty sure that was the first album I ever bought. At a Woolworth or a Zayres or something like that. I bought the K-Tel album. Yes, there is no doubt in my mind that was one of the first albums I ever bought. Now, 45s, that's a whole different ballgame. Remember, I'm old. So I bought a lot of 45s before I bought one of those K-Tel albums. So, it could be The Night Chicago Died. It could be Kung Fu Fighting. It could be, God, Boston Don't Look Back. I mean, it just, there's so many songs that it could be in 45s that I don't even, it's crazy. Live and Let Die. I remember I had the 45 with the Apple. Yeah, man. Yeah, no. So I would say I bought 45s before I bought an album, but I'm pretty sure the first album I ever bought was probably a K-Tel album. Yeah, there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Say our QB's a stud and our wideouts are fine. What's our top 5 picks next year? Bro, I'm worried about. I'm more worried about this season. I'm not going to worry about seasons ahead. You know what I mean? Let me enjoy this season, and we'll worry about other seasons down the line. K-Tel for me too. Second was Led Zeppelin's second week of release. I learned fast. There you go. Nice. Big O, do you have extra center pieces for your 45s to play them on your record player? I don't have any more 45s. Those things are gone. I wish I would have kept them, man. My mom probably threw them away. I still remember Columbia House, buy 11 for 1 cent. Yeah, man. Buy 11 8-tracks, cassettes, albums. Yeah. CDs. And BMG. Don't forget, BMG got into it after Columbia, so you had an option of both. When we were kids, we used to order them. Okay, this is like we're, 9, 10, 12 years old. So we'd order the 8-tracks. Okay, back then it was 8-tracks. And we were ordering the 8-tracks, and it was 12, 13, 14 8-tracks. So the box was huge, but we would order them to neighbors' houses. So the neighbors that we knew would get there late, They would order it, boom. Yeah, I know it's illegal and all that stuff, but we're kids. What the hell are you doing? Nobody cares. Columbia House folded, so who cares? But I remember that we did that a couple times, and we were laughing our asses off that we got away with it. Now, you have to be ready. You have to be vigilant, and you have to be, you got to watch the mailman every day. You knew it would take 6 to 8 weeks, but eventually after that month, you had to start circling like vultures to make sure you knew when the mail truck was there. But it allowed us to load up on those 8-tracks. I remember I did it with 8-tracks. Mine was Santana Abrax. My first 45 was Sugar Sugar by the Archies. There you go. Big O Elvis movie coming out the 24th. You going to see it? I mean, I'm not going to go to the theater to go see it. I'll wait till that's like on a platform somewhere. It's probably what I'll do. All righty. What else do we have here on the program? Oh, yes, I forgot. We do have to do. Where is it here? Sports and business collide. I got a really interesting story, and it's called our KSTT Sports Business Report. Well, somebody might be happy about this, and that would be the Portland Trailblazer fans for a moment. And then they are not happy anymore. Because while Paul Allen owns the Blazers, he has not been able to get it done there. So Nike founder Phil Knight and Dodgers co-owner Alan Smolinski have submitted an offer of more than $2 billion to purchase the Portland Trailblazers. The Blazers confirmed Knight made an offer, but said the franchise is not up for sale. The team was last purchased in 1988 by co-founder Paul Allen, who owned the organization until his death in 2018. Since then, the team has been owned by Paul's estate, which is overseen by his sister, Jody. The involvement of Knight is possibly the future ownership group that suggests that the team would likely be staying in the City of Roses if the sale is completed. But again, they haven't been able to get it over the top, the Allens, right? So Knight was born in Portland, attended the University of Oregon. He co-founded Nike with Oregon track coach Bill Bowerman in 1964, and the billion-dollar corporation has been headquartered in Beaverton, Oregon, in the Portland metropolitan area since. Knight officially retired from his involvement with the company in 2016. So if I'm a Trailblazers fan, I want those guys. I mean, the Dodgers owner spends money like it's going out of style. It's freaking awesome. You want owners, and I talk about this all the time. You want owners that are treating the team like a toy. And some of you are going, oh, what kind of an idiot are you? What do you mean a toy? It's a business. Yeah, no, I know. I get that. But what I'm saying is it's a toy. It's something cute that they want to play with. Now, if it's their livelihood, then they might make decisions that are not, they might be fiscally responsible. And I don't want an owner that's fiscally responsible. No. That's your job and my job to be fiscally responsible. My sports owner? No. The Dodgers are maniacs. Did you see the Mets owner? This guy's cool. Steve Cohen, did you guys see this? This is a cool story. So the owner, right? They're talking in New York, like, because the Mets are on fire, right? So the Mets are off to a 35-19 start. They've got the second best record in the National League, a plus 70-point differential in third among MLB teams. Steve Cohen, the owner, not satisfied. I will never be satisfied. That's not who I am, he told the New York Daily News. I'm always trying to figure out what else can I do next. I'm always in the state of constant improvement. And that's the way I want this organization to work. So the trade deadline is August 2nd, which gives Cohen roughly 2 months to wheel and deal. But how much more payroll can he afford to add? After all, the Mets already lead the league with a payroll of $260 million. Could we see New York make a push to $300 million? He goes, either I will or I won't. There's only two possibilities, 299.9 or 300.1. Maybe I'll do the 300.1 just for fun. That's the owner you want. That's Stephen Ross. Spend. Oh, you need a practice facility? Let's do it. Tyreek Hill? No problem. Let's go. Oh, this coach, that coach? Let's go. We got to save the tennis tournament? No problem. Oh, you need F1? Let's go. We can build it. If your owner is penny pinching and, can't really hang with the big boys, you got the wrong owner. And that's where we're trying to find out with Mr. Sherman and the Marlins. Because, I'm not asking you to spend like the Mets. I get you can't spend like the Red Sox and the Cubs and the Dodgers. I get that. But you got to be the next level. Now, if you're going to be the bottom tier that is just waiting for a whole bunch of young guys to reach their peak and you hope you catch lightning in a bottle, then you're the wrong owner. But if you're a Blazers fan, you want the Phil Knights. You want the Dodgers owner. Paul Allen, rest in peace, but never got it done. And now the family that has it, not getting it done. That is your KSDT Sports Business Report.
This has been the KSDT Sports Business Report. KSDT CPA is one of South Florida's largest and one of the country's fastest growing accounting firms. KSDT is recognized by Forbes as one of the top tax and accounting firms for 2022. KSDT CPA is a full service firm that also excels in crypto. Visit online at ksdtcpa.com or call 305-670-3370.
There you go. That's our KSDT Sports Business Report. All right. Did you guys see the guy that crashed his car while getting serviced? Did you hear about that? Now, listen. Everybody, growing up, normally you have some fun. And sometimes, it's one of those things where you can't wait till you get home. So you got to go with it, right? And you got to do it right there and then. So apparently, a Florida driver nearly had his penis bitten off, which, what's the name? The World According to Garp, right? You young people, Robin Williams, World According to Garp. Anyway, Florida driver nearly had his penis bitten off by a woman giving him oral sex as he lost control of his car in a head-on collision. Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue responded to an accident on North Ocean Boulevard and 19th Street on Thursday after an unidentified man crashed his vehicle into a FedEx van, according to the Star. Authorities told Local 10 that the man lost control of the vehicle around 7 p.m. after becoming distracted by his girlfriend's sexual acts. The man appears to be in pain as officers gathered around him while he laid on his back. The woman, who had her jeans around her ankles, laid face down on the pavement in nothing but her underwear and a white tank top. The couple was found half naked in their SUV and can be seen in photos laying on the ground. The driver sustained injuries in his groin, but otherwise was fine. The woman was said to have sustained mild injuries on impact, according to the Star. The two passengers in the FedEx vehicle were said to be fine and sustained mild injuries in the photos. It appears the two were casually lying on the sidewalk as they waited for authorities to deal with the crash. So far, no one has been charged with the incident, and police have not released the names. Can't wait to get those names. In my younger days, I did that. But it was always on the highway. And I did maintain my control, I will say. But it's not so. I can't see. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that it's like something. Oh my God, I would never do. I wouldn't do it at this age, but I gotta say I did do it when I was young. So, but yeah, it's a challenge to maintain control in the I don't know the peak moment of it. Oh lordy. My son went through all my vinyls, then looked up their value a week later and asked me if I was leaving my vinyls to him when I'm gone. And all they want to do is sell, and they don't appreciate a damn thing. Meanwhile, you appreciate every note, every lyric inside there, and it's not really about the money, right? Because the music means so much to us because it stands for something in some moment in our lives, and there's memories and all kinds of stuff, you know? Do you consider Vegas a big market? The NBA is looking at giving Vegas a team in the future, and MLB and has been rumored to be there too. I know the NHL and NFL have teams there. Well, it's bigger than New Orleans. So yeah. Yeah. Now, would I consider it New York and Chicago? No. No. And it's not Miami either. But it's big enough. It's big enough. And remember, here's the one thing you got to remember, 6193, about all of this. What Vegas is more than every other city except Miami, New York, and Los Angeles, let's say. And Vegas probably more than New York. It's a destination. So, it's sports-wise, it's great business because sure, half your fan base is not going to be Vegas, but there'll be Packer fans, Heat fans, Marlins, well, no Marlins. I'm just joking. Just have fun. But what I'm saying is half the fan bases are going to be visiting Vegas. So you're not dying to go to Chicago. Sorry, Chicago. You're a big city, but you're really not a destination. Okay, let's cut the bullshit. All right. New York has its cachet still. Chicago doesn't. It's a big city, but it's not LA, it's not Miami, it's not New York. Please, bro. If you want to go to Chicago over Miami, you're hopeless. Listen, if you want to go to Chicago over Vegas, you're a loser. Let's just put it that way. Nothing wrong with Chicago, but you're not a destination. Okay? Let's just call it like we see it. So that's the beauty of Vegas. Everybody wants to see their team on that road trip. Hockey, baseball, basketball, football, college football. If it ever could exist at UNLV, they bring back Randall Cunningham and they have a decent season. Yes, Randall Cunningham went to UNLV for those of you that don't know. So whatever it is, it's a destination city more than almost any other city in the country. So that's why business-wise, it's also really smart to have pro teams there. Way better than New Orleans, Charlotte, Detroit, Orlando. I mean, Vegas or those cities. So that's the way you got to look at it too. Business-wise, really, really good for sports. Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits and Captain Fantastic and Brown Dirt Cowboy first LPs purchased after I graduated to albums from 45s. Holy crap. Never say never, Big O. Age is just a number. Yeah, no, but at 55, no, I'm not doing that stuff. No. I'm parking. Okay. No. I'm not doing it. I'm going to tell you never say never. Never. It's not going to happen. I mean, unless Halle Berry got in the car and she says, I only do it while we're moving. And then that's different. Then I have no choice but to go and move some. You know what I'm saying? Right, Alarmo? So, yeah, Alarmo agrees. He knows. Well, for Halle, You go to any extremes in the world. Those are facts. Can't do that. What else do we have here? We talked about page 2. I do have. Oh, did you guys see Mason Rudolph? I thought this was kind of funny. You know, we've had this this thing with quarterbacks having to, you know, like, well, the new guy gets drafted, and then they ask Ryan Tannehill, "Hey, are you going to help Malik?" Oh no, he's on his own. And then he, you know, and then Ryan, the soft ass that he is, he backtracked and all that stuff. So it's another reason why, you know, he doesn't have any edge at all. He's, you know, Ryan Tannehill's not even allowed to drink Edge energy drink because he has zero edge whatsoever. So Mason Rudolph, you know, they drafted a quarterback named Kenny Pickett. So Mason was asked about, is he going to help Kenny Pickett adjust? Right? Because he's got the young quarterback in there. So when he was asked about that, he says Steeler quarterback Mason Rudolph knew where the question was going. As a veteran now, does he find himself trying to take the responsibility of helping first-round pick Kenny Pickett as opposed to, and he says, being like someone else? Which is a great line because that's what Ben Roethlisberger did to him. Like, nah, I'm not here to teach him and all that kind of stuff and all that. So Rudolph follows up and says, I've always believed in the starter shouldn't have to go out of his way because he's got a lot of things to deal with, but definitely be open to questions and help the growth and development of a younger quarterback. Yeah. Now, the only difference for Mason Rudolph compared to Ryan Tannehill right now, and obviously Ben Roethlisberger, is that those guys are the starters. Mason Rudolph has really never been a starter. He's been given opportunities to start, but come on. It's Mason freaking Rudolph. He can't play. He's not a starter. He's nothing but a backup, and a bad backup as it is. So he needs to be a team player because he's not the anointed one. He's not the one that the team has been counting on for years and winning and all that. Even though they don't count on Ryan, it's really Derek, but still Ryan's been the starter. And Ben Roethlisberger has been the man for Pittsburgh for many years. So Mason can't be a D-bag because you're not even a starter, dude. You better be a team player. I found it funny that, you know, his response, be like someone else. That was good. That was good. That was good. I got to give him credit. That was a good one-liner on his part. All right, we thank Marcel. No, Marcel did not call in, but we love him anyway. Alan Poupar and Anthony Chang. We thank everybody that tuned in. We love you for supporting our show. Please subscribe to our backup YouTube channel. It's our second channel. We got to get it to over 1,000 so we can have live programming. Big O Show Cuts. Subscribe here, hit the like button, and of course, check out Big O Show Cuts because you'll see videos there you won't see here on the main channel. All right? We shall see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. If you're here in South Florida, stay dry. All right? To the rest of the world, I love you all. Thank you for supporting us. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place, same bat channel. Have a great one, man, out there. I appreciate all of you out there as always.
When protecting your family is your priority, there's nothing more important than a roof above the people you love. Call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs, led by their highly crafted, skilled, and professional roof mechanics. All of their Previous customers have an opportunity to enter their bi-weekly drawings to receive free an exterior impact metal door. Please call for more details. That's Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family.